legends, these guys, man.
There's one lip implosion where I would not be for trouble.
And that's the way we're kicking off Send It Sunday this week. Marc Pare is back on Simmer Style. Yeah, he started his career there and he's come back. I spoke to the boys at Simmer. Obviously, I kind of known this news for a while, but they are super excited to have him back on the team. They've never really lost contact with him, and they're, you know, future plans, long project, looking really good. So great to have him back on the team. I am definitely a happy team rider. So yeah, let's see how that one goes. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that.
Back home, baby.
I don't know if you saw some of the social media from Pare before this announcement. Yeah, when he was trying out a few different jobs. Yeah, I know a few of them. I thought, well, you never know. That could be a good move. A few of them not. But yeah, there was some funny announcements only on his stories, on his Instagram, but I like that. We like a bit of comedy value there, but like I said, great to have him back on Simmer Style, and just in time as well, because the first IWT Pedalway event of the year is coming up in Japan. And if you looked at that video from Pare, he has been like running around Europe trying to find conditions, and he looks like some of that stuff that you saw there, obviously starboard tack, and that is what they're likely to get in Japan. I've actually been seeing the Japanese boys ripping over in Omizaki, which is where it's going to be, and the conditions look like they've been firing. Takara Ishii, I've seen him push forwards. I also saw him with a, I don't know if I can find the clip, but it's like had a busted up lip. Yeah, it looked pretty nasty. And then Takuma Sugi, I just saw a shot, you know, clip of him ripping it up in Omizaki. So they've obviously been getting conditions, and it's going to be exciting to see how all that plays out. There's some big news with Ricardo Campello coming up, but it can't be announced yet. So stay tuned for that. Also, Chile has been announced as a 5-star Pedalway IWT event, so it will carry full points as far as I understand it. I think that should be announced right now, or I mean, it's right now. I just seen it announced, and that is huge news. Chile 5 stars, wow. So the tour is shaping up to be absolutely epic. Marcilio Browne, last year's Wave World Champion, just dropped a video on the Goya channel from Lanes. Lanes in Maui has been going off, massive, chunky, windy, crazy stuff. If you haven't checked out that video, go on the Goya YouTube channel, check that out, because he is absolutely sending it. And there's one time where he said this wave was breaking out the back, he was trying to make it out, and he just gets absolutely smashed. Like, look at that. Like, that is in the tube, going out. Huge, man. Absolutely huge. So, right, crazy stuff going on. Who else have I seen ripping it up? I've seen Lena Erpenstein, one of the top, you know, Pedalway women riders. She's been down in Trifa, and they've been scoring. Miguel Chapuis down there as well. But Lena Erpenstein, obviously on Severn. And we got to mention Severn because they're still supporting Send It Sunday. SevernShop.com. I should actually make the distinction. Not Severn are not sponsoring Send It Sunday. SevernShop.com. Severn still don't support us. Yeah, exactly. No comment. No comment. But yeah, looking forward to the tour. Looking forward to seeing how all the riders go on. We've still got to announce, like I say, some sponsorship changes, and they definitely will be coming. We're obviously going to bring back the podcast. I had a few comments about the podcast saying, oh, I just like you two talking. Well, yeah, that was the podcast. It was like, what is going on in the windsurfing world? Me catching up with Paul Van Bellen, talking about what we have seen happening in the windsurfing world where we are in the country. Sometimes we can't have massively planned podcasts. It can just be a chat. If you're not into that, totally fine. Don't listen. I did say at the beginning, it was just a chat. But like I said, for anyone who did enjoy it, thank you. Like, it is just a chat, like I said. So don't think too much of it. We will be doing more structured podcasts in the future. Marc Pare will definitely be coming on the podcast. We're going to talk about this new Simmer Style collaboration, what the plans are. You know, it's going to be super exciting. I am obviously still in Cape Town. You can see behind me, Table Mountain. And we have had it pretty tough. I know you're thinking, Ben, you had it tough, what do you mean? Well, we haven't had it that tough. We've had to drive. The wind has not been great this week. So we're having a day off today, but we're back on it tomorrow. Wind's coming from the other direction, but it's been a very strange season in Cape Town. So if this is your first season in Cape Town, you're thinking, what's going on? It's not usually like this. We're having to drive all over the bloody place. But still, it's still fun. The sun is shining. We've had a few little waves around and we are still getting the action in.
Yeah.
So stay tuned to the channel. If you have sent in some clips and I haven't put them on, don't worry, I'm saving them up. There will be a Send It Sunday special when you guys at home are featuring. So if you've got some clips from over the winter and you haven't sent them in, send it at Windsurfing.TV. Let me know, because I will be doing a full proper Send It Sunday when all of this craziness over here in Cape Town dies down a little bit in a couple of weeks. We'll be getting back to normal Send It Sunday. Also, massive thanks to everyone who's chipped in the beer money. Yes, you absolute legends. You are definitely keeping the channel alive. And the motivation in the comments, I know it sounds stupid, but when you're making these videos and your arm's hurting and you're holding the camera and you have one day off and you're making this video, you know, it is nice to hear or read some of the nice comments that people appreciate the work. So I definitely appreciate that. We're keeping the windsurfing scene alive. It's definitely alive and kicking. Also, did you see the video from George Grisley? George Grisley just dropped a video from Brazil. Epic footage in this thing. I wasn't quite sure on the first storyline, but the rest, I like the action and the editing and everything was just insane, man. The guy is absolutely sending it. So check out that if you haven't checked it out. I've put it on Windsurfing.TV website. So there we go. There's not a lot left to say apart from stay tuned to the channel. Loads more stuff coming up. We're going to have previews of the season and stuff like that. I'm going to do my best. Like anything I've missed, let me know in the comments below. And no matter where you are in the world, don't forget to send it.